Greetings out there in YouTube land, and welcome to another edition of Tell It Like It Is. I'm your host, Morris Man, and my co-host is Mr.
Joseph Spencer.
How you doing today, sir?
I'm alive. I'm up.
Good.
And you?
Pretty good. Can't complain.
Can't get paid for
I'm
it.
still here, as they say.
Morris, you can't get paid for it.
Okay, so today is kind of a laid-back type of, I guess, topic, because we felt we needed to talk on this because the majority of what we do on this channel is to educate young folks, you know, because I come from an era where I'm very thankful that the people that were in my life, whether it was my father, my older brothers, and other mentor type people, they shared their knowledge with me, you know, so I wouldn't make the same mistakes. So I was watching the news, and then I'm going to let you chime in on this. I was watching the news, I think yesterday, and this made the news. This guy, who's a rapper in Chicago, he was robbed while sitting in his car before 8 o'clock in the morning in one of the worst neighborhoods in the city of Chicago. And he let somebody creep up on him while he was in his car, get in his car, because they never really explained, was his car doors unlocked, or did the guy creep up with the gun and say, pop the locks, I'm getting in, I'm going to blow your brains out if you don't give me your money. So the guy got in the car and took a gun to his head and said, today you're going to die, you know, unless you hand over the money. So he handed over what he had, and he was able to keep his cell phone, but he handed over what he had, and then he went to the police to report it. Now, what was taken from him in that robbery was $3. So when he went to the police department to complain and make a report that, hey, I just got robbed of $3, they didn't take it serious. It was like $3, because most of us don't realize that when a police report is filed and detectives come out to investigate, it translates into money. As far as it could cost anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 for a detective to come in on a case and work a case for $3. So that's why they weren't all enthusiastic about helping him, because it was like $3. Even though it was his $3 to have and nobody had the right to take it, that's why they didn't take it seriously, because they didn't take his cell phone. So what I want to just say to this, and then I'm going to let Joe have his spiel, and we're just going to wrap this up. We did a show a couple of months ago about how black people need to change their behavior. Don't put yourself in a situation where you could get killed. You know, it's hard to kill somebody in their car when they're not in their car. Now, I know that we all got to get around, but I noticed this too in certain neighborhoods. People just sit in their cars. It's like, okay, you pull up to a business, get the heck out of there, go into the business, handle the business, get in your car and get the hell out of here. Lingering, hanging around, loafing. You know, you setting yourself up to be a potential victim, especially in bad neighborhoods. So we have to be mindful and take the initiative to try to keep ourselves safe. We can't keep running to the police and expecting them to cover us all the time. You know, it is their job to serve and protect, but there's some things that we can set in place in our life that we're not going to be victims. You know, so stop hanging out in your cars in bad neighborhoods late at night or early in the morning and not expecting things like this to happen, because criminals wait for you to make dumb mistakes or moves, and then they counteract with what they move. You know, because again, it's hard to rob somebody that early in the morning in a bad neighborhood if they ain't in their car. Now, if somebody do a home invasion on you while you're in your house managing your business, that's a whole kind of another animal. But I'm going to turn it over to Joe and get his perspective on this story.
I heard the story. I listened to it twice on the news because it was, you know, kind of... Anyway, I was born on 47th Street in Chicago. And I knew at a certain time of the day or night, you didn't hang out on the street. I have walked down the street.
And let me just interject and ask you this question. You can continue. Would you say that the neighborhood you grew up in then is better now, or worse, or the same?
Oh, it's better now because it's torn down. And
well, actually, it's worse then because it's no longer around.
Well, it's still there, but it's pretty tore up.
So would you say that's better? Wouldn't that be worse?
Well,
yeah, I mean,
I can't say because I haven't been over there in years. Okay. I passed through it, you know.
And I respect that answer. Yeah. I get you.
But I have walked down 63rd Street, if anybody know about 63rd Street in Chicago, at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and I knew I was taking my ass in my own hands.
Yeah,
you know.
chances.
Well, I was walking.
Yeah. And even driving nowadays, they take you, because 20 years ago, they didn't take you out your car. Now they'll bump your car, jump out their car, and take you out of your car and take your car.
There's a certain, if you a ghetto person, you know not to be on the street at a certain time unless you with your boys and everybody packing.
Yeah.
Especially some sucker don't know you. You just pray. You know, I don't care who you are. You could be John Dillinger. You don't sit in your car, you know, with nobody. Well, you just easy pray.
Easy pray. There you go.
That's the only thing I got to say.
Yeah, that sums it up perfectly. Easy pray.
Easy pray.
And your thing is you don't want to make yourself easy pray. So you like I said, we have to change our behavior. We can't be hanging out and loitering in our cars 2 hours at a time in bad neighborhoods in the dark. You know, nothing good comes out of that. You know, it doesn't. So I'm like, I hope that was a lesson learned by that guy to say, maybe I should have been in the house raiding my rap lyrics.
Hey.
And not at, you know, before 7 in the morning sitting in my car and somebody woke up on me.
Hey, this is not Mayberry.
Exactly.
This is not 1955 when the gangsters were real gangsters and
or real nice neighborhood or suburb.
You're right.
You know?
You know, and they respected people.
Because you know what I noticed about, and I noticed this when I was a teenager. You go through really nice neighborhoods, really nice, and you don't see a soul out.
Don't see no.
And I'm talking about in the middle of the day.
In the middle of the day.
Not, certain times of the day when there should be a lot of people out, or should I say nighttime when there shouldn't be nobody out. In the middle of the day on a Saturday, you see nobody.
Right.
But yet in other neighborhoods of the bad, 2 million people on the street looking up in your car and, observing what you're doing, and it's like,
who is that man so?
Exactly. So it's like,
there? You know him there?
But we're gonna wrap this up because I just thought we would do this video because we have to change our behavior as black people. We can't be hanging out and loitering and all that in bad areas and expecting something bad to happen. So we have to take the initiative to keep ourselves safe. We can't always go running to the police and expecting them to do it.
Use your brain. Stay safe. You live in the neighborhood, you know what it's about.
Exactly. Yeah. And on that note, I'm going to sign off until next time. Thanks for watching. My co-host,
Joseph Spencer.
Thanks for watching. Take care. Keep thinking.
I'm ready for love. Are you ready for me? I'm ready for love.